I'm out here to see if I'm gonna make an insurance claim today. So everybody's talking about the snowstorms in Dallas. Tons of pipes broken, people in ditches. It's been a mess. I mean, my house had a pipe burst. Thankfully, it was in the garage, not in the house. So not a big deal, but nonetheless a pain. But the big story isn't the snow that started on Sunday and kind of held through all the way until Thursday, which is just a shocker for Texas. We had I think we had 137 hours of freezing or sub-freezing temperatures. It's crazy. I've never seen that in my entire life. I've spent my entire life in Texas. But really the main story for me is not the snow. It's the ice that hit the Thursday before. So I wake up, and these days I ride my bike to work. It's about 20 miles each way. I live in Murphy. I work in McKinney. So it's just this big jagged, line that runs up the Metroplex. And I love riding my bike. I've got a few of them, and I kind of switch off between them. I work at a bike shop, so what the heck? Of course, you're gonna have some fun toys. I've got the exotic cars of the bike world, as it were. I've got a $10,000 Specialized S-Works, which is like the equivalent to a Lamborghini Huracan. There's still something better above that, but not much. It's up there. Well, this particular morning, I'm gonna take out my hybrid bike, and I'd actually had the brakes on it fail a few weeks prior. I keep riding in sub-freezing temperatures because I'm a total masochist, and the front brake had literally just locked up on me. So yeah, I went and, dropped a bunch of money and got these little Brembo look-alike red quad piston hydraulic brakes for it. I'm like, this is awesome. And it stops really well. But that morning I was like, well, what the heck? I just installed these things. Perfect day to go try those out. The temperature's nasty. There's sleet coming down. What the heck? So I load up the bike. I have 2 jackets on, like full balaclava, goggles because sunglasses just don't really do it in that temperature. And I start down my sidewalk, and my foot hits the first part of uncovered brick, and I'm like, oh wow, that's slick. That is not good. But I'm an idiot. So I proceed down my driveway and I start riding down my road. And I get out to kind of the main road. I live off of asphalt, but then the main road's concrete. And I get to that intersection and I try to stop. And usually I can get the rear wheel to break free, but I lightly touched both brakes and the bike just kept going forward with both wheels locked up. Now that's really freaky. In a car it's freaky, but on a bike, you're just a split second from going over. So I was like, okay, forget this. And for the first time in the whole time I've been bike commuting, I just turned back. I was like, I'm not doing this today. It's not worth it. Really, the thought of should I even go to work at all? That's what should have occurred to me. But instead, I'm like, no. I'm going to work. I don't call in unless I am sick, especially these days with everything going on. I'm going to work. So go back home. Somehow managed to get back in the driveway without losing it, and I fire up the Forester. And it's a fairly new one, so it's got all these nannies. And basically, I turn the thing on, and then it's a matter of okay, turn this off, because you got your lane keep and your collision avoidance and all this stuff. And so you turn this off, turn that off, and the thought occurs to me, wait, this is a day where I might actually want that stuff. Nah. I pull out of the driveway, and I get back to that same intersection. Well, Murphy City planners suck. Specifically the ones that are responsible for programming the lights. So come off of the street in my neighborhood to this, it's an FM road, farm to market. So that kind of tells you what we're dealing with here. 4-way stop, and the way these lights are programmed, for some stupid reason, I'll have to go through 2 cycles of red lights before I get a green. And of course, this happens today. So I get to that intersection, and I can already tell, even in the Forester, it's kind of slick. The car's kind of moving around a little bit. So I open up the driver's side door, stick my foot out, and I do this. And it's slicker than the floor in a McDonald's kitchen. I mean, I'm like, oh gosh, because the sleet's still coming down. And so I'm sitting there, the light turns red for the first cycle, and this big Dodge Cummins locks up all 4 wheels and just goes careening through the intersection, right through the red light, smacks the curb. And by the time the second red light comes around, okay, great. I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes. There's not a whole lot of cars out, and the ones that are out are going pretty slow because it's real slick. But there's kind of a break in the traffic, and finally I'm about to have my green light. And the one other car that pulls up to the intersection at this point is this minivan, and she stops like well in front of the line, well in front of the white line on the opposite side of the intersection. She's driving smart because she knows that her brakes aren't doing jack for her. Well, I'm not driving smart. I'm out here to see if I'm going to make an insurance claim today. Sport mode, traction control off. Let's do this thing. And my alter ego kicks in, which is like the untalented version of Ken Block meets Beavis from Beavis and Butthead, right? So I'm like, this is going to be great. Slam the gas as soon as the light turns green, flick it to the left, the rear end steps out, and I'm like, awesome. This is great. My side window turns into a windshield as I'm now pointed directly sideways. I look through it to see Gertrude's face, and she's just, oh. And I regain traction, sort of, and take my left-hand turn. And the whole way up this half-mile hill, the car's just scooting around. Traction control lights blinking. This is a bad day to be on the road. And the thought occurred to me that I might have given Gertrude a heart attack. So I look back, and sure enough, she made her left-hand turn. She's good. Okay, I can keep going. I haven't killed anybody yet. So I make the next right-hand turn. And without even trying, the rear end steps out. I'm like, shoot. And this is an all-wheel drive, like new Forester with all-season tires, all that jazz. And granted, the traction control's off, but still, this thing usually has stupid amount of grip. I head down kind of one of the other main roads through Murphy, headed towards South Fork Ranch from the Dallas TV show. I literally live like 2 blocks from it. It's great. I pull onto that road, and there's a high school to my right. And I see this big old square body F-150 come barreling out of the high school parking lot. Goes careening across all 3 lanes, rear end just whoa, and I'm like, whoa, high schooler that hasn't driven on ice before. This is awesome. Okay, I gotta mess with him a little bit. So he pulls back over into the right lane, and I kind of creep up on him and roll down the window, and I'm like, yeah, man, send it. And it wasn't like Chad or something from the high school. This is like Jed Clampett looking dude. And he just like stares at me, flips me the bird, goes off and does his thing. I'm like, oh, okay, fine. I was just trying to have some fun. So I'm in front of South Fork Ranch. I'm about to make a left-hand turn going to the next municipality. And I go through like 6 cities in my little commute here. I nearly get T-boned by an AMG GLE coupe. That like swoopy back thing that everybody hates. Yeah, nearly get nailed by that. And I make it through that turn and on to the next. So this is like the most back road of all the roads that I take to work. It's very crowned for, rain and whatnot, but it doesn't work that well in ice. And as soon as I make the turn onto this road, the ditch is just littered with cars. I mean, there's 3 of them all within like 500 feet of each other. A couple of them had airbags blown. There's like a dude like bailing out the window of another one. I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? But the car's still going forward, so what the heck? I keep going, and just as soon as it had started, it stops. I get into Allen, the 3rd municipality, and there's just nothing. The roads are super clear. It's great. And it turns out that depending on where your commute starts that morning, you either got a ton of ice or you might get to your work without touching a single bit of it. You wonder why everybody else is freaking out. So I get all the way up to McKinney without further incident. And as I get into McKinney, I'm like, man, there's starting to be some ice up here. I wonder if it got hit up north of here. I pull in, I walk into work and walk to the break room, and one of my coworkers shows up. He's like, dude, did you deal with the ice this morning? Yeah. And he goes, man, I got thrown into the oncoming lane of traffic coming out of my subdivision. Like, yeah, funny thing, I had a lot similar stuff happening for half of my commute. He goes, you didn't happen to see like a TRD Tacoma on its roof anywhere, did you? And I'm like, no. I thought he was making a joke because like a couple of our coworkers drive TRD Tacomas. Well, turns out one of our coworkers had in fact spun and then flipped his truck at normal speeds, not on the highway. That is how bad the ice was. Blessed to have gotten to work safely, but nonetheless, that's your real story. The snow sucks, but ice was way worse.
Premier Financial Services has been a sponsor of VINwiki for the last 4 years, and we can't thank them enough for their support, and we love them for that, but also because their Simple Lease truly is a tremendous product in the world of exotic car financing. They allow you to minimize your payment, minimize your down payment, take all the tax advantages that are available for a lease, while still giving you the ability to move in and out of cars and accumulate equity. So they structure it in a very unique way that's hugely advantageous, gives you a lot more buying power, and their customer service is absolutely incredible. So we love Mitch and their team for their continued support of the channel. We thank them for that, but please visit them at the link in the description below and find out how easy it is to buy your dream car through Premier Financial Services.